Dick Vitale with Armen Levack on 104.5 The Team. Thanks to McLean Food Service. Dickie V, Wisconsin with the shocker upset over the weekend over Kentucky. In the minds of the Kentucky players, Dickie V, this season, will it always be a disappointment and a failure?
Well, I think if you talk to them, Armen, they talk to the players, obviously, they felt they were going to go undefeated. So it's a disappointment in that they didn't win that national title. And obviously that was their goal and their dream, and they were so close to it. I thought when they were up by 4 late in the game, they would put it away. But unfortunately, they couldn't do it. Wisconsin did to them what they did to so many teams during the course of the year that had them on the ropes. Whenever they were on the ropes against LSU, Florida, Mississippi, Texas A&M, Notre Dame, they always found a way to make big plays. This was a reverse, Armen and Levack, total reverse. It was a scenario where Wisconsin made all the big plays late, and that was the end of the season in terms of a dream of going undefeated.
What do we take, if anything, from the attempt at under the breath comments from Harrison? Is that just a kid overreacting?
Well, frustration. There's no place for it, no need for it. You got to show some class and good sportsmanship, whether you win or lose. That's part of being an athlete. Handle yourself with class. I think that he was certainly apologetic at the end. I think he was very embarrassed, humiliated, frustrated over the loss, and really there's no place for those kind of comments.
Dick Vitale with Armen Levack. Thanks to McLean Food Service. Dickie V, the future of Kentucky. Do we have faith that John Calipari will have another crew back next year and to be able to do it again?
Well, the one thing about him, Armen, he just reloads. He's already got a class coming in, the number 1 class in the country, and he's not finished recruiting yet. So I don't think there's any doubt that Kentucky will be in the hunt again. But, everybody wants a piece of them. It's amazing how they have to respond to all the challenges they face. And the challenges get bigger and bigger because everybody wants to beat Kentucky. Just like people want to beat Duke. Those teams, people love to hate them for some reason.
Dickie V, there was some speculation that if Kentucky was able to go perfect, Calipari would ride off into the sunset into the NBA. Does this put that to bed?
I don't think there's any chance for that, Levack. I really don't. I don't think there was any way, shape, or form that he would go back to the NBA. He's got a great job. They treat him like royalty. He's terrific for Kentucky. Kentucky's terrific for him. His bank account goes ding-a-ling-ding. The cash register rings like you cannot believe. And it'll even ring a little more now as he gets elected to the Hall of Fame, which he has been elected. When he gets inducted, I know it'll be a special moment for him.
Tonight, the national championship game, Wisconsin's in that thing because of the upset against Kentucky, Dickie V. What is it that is making Wisconsin so good right now this time of year?
Well, anytime you got a tandem like they have with Kaminsky and Decker, you got a chance to beat anybody. Those two guys are lethal. They are a great combination. The one thing Wisconsin possesses, it showed up big against Kentucky, that they got the size up front that can go out and battle. And not many people had size to battle the Kentucky size. I mean, they took Willie Cauley-Stein, and they made him play like he was 5'11", instead of 7'2". I'm telling you right now, a dangerous team, and Kaminsky deserves the Player of the Year, and he's certainly proven that in the tournament.
Is this going to be a battle of the big men? Is it Okafor or Kaminsky? Is that what this is all going to boil down to?
Well, Levack, I've always said that basketball efficiency starts in the 3-second area. You build from that if you're fortunate to have that kind of player. And obviously they're very fortunate, both clubs, to have a talented player. The whistle could be big tonight. The referees, foul trouble. I mean, if either guy gets in foul trouble, especially Duke, only have 8 scholarship players, and I'm telling you one thing, they are playing fantastic team defense. They're giving up, you ready for this? 55 points a game in the tournament. That's unbelievable. I mean, they held Gonzaga to 52, and Gonzaga was a scoring machine.
Dick Vitale with Armen Levack. Thanks to McLean Food Service. So when we look at Duke tonight, Dickie V, you're live in Indianapolis. Let's look at the national championship game. When we look at Duke, we know the names like Winslow, Okafor, Jones. Quinn Cook is one that's had a huge impact on this team. Who can be the game changer tonight for Duke? Is it the same story with Okafor?
Well, no, I think it could be a guy like Matt Jones, a guy he's capable of making big shots like he did against Gonzaga and a few other games. A guy like that gets forgotten. You need those role players. For Wisconsin, it's a kid like Koenig. Koenig has that ability. They get really, you don't hear a lot about them, but they're vital. The one thing that Wisconsin does so well, they protect the basketball. They don't turn it over. They average in the tournament like about 7 turnovers a game. And Duke likes to force the turnover and get layups off the turnover. Cook and Schultz can be lethal, terrific. Winslow's been unreal. In fact, Winslow will be an MVP candidate if they were to win that game, too. And I think, personally, when you look at this battle, I think the emotional end is also going to be big. How does Wisconsin come back from the incredible high of beating Kentucky and now refocus and concentrate just on Duke?
Does that make this, like, if Wisconsin wins this, does that propel Bo Ryan up there with the Caliparis, with the Coach K's, with everybody else?
Well, you factor in the 4 national titles at Platteville. To me, they're just as important. Maybe it's not Division I, but still, to put championship teams together, any of his peers will tell you the guy can flat out coach. I was very disappointed when I heard he did not get elected to the Hall of Fame. Calipari got elected, Bo didn't. But Bo's Hall of Fame is the fact that he's playing for the national title. And I guarantee if you ask John Calipari, he would trade right now the election to the Hall of Fame for being able to play Monday night for a national title.
Dick Vitale, he's in Indianapolis at the Final Four. You'll see him on ESPN before and after the game. Dickie V, let's do it, baby. National championship game. When we talk to you tomorrow to wrap up this title game, who will be the winner, Wisconsin or Duke?
Well, I went to the Vitale Ball Dome Index, man, my VBDI. I don't go to the RPI, I don't go to the BBI, and I certainly don't go to the FBI. I go to the VBDI. And the Vitale Ball Dome Index spit out today on SportsCenter, 74 for the Dukies, 71 for Wisconsin, and yes, Mr. Krzyzewski gets his 5th national title and adds to a resume that's incredible, and it just gets bigger and bigger and better.
And Dick Vitale, we've been following you on Twitter in Indianapolis. You're having a blast, man. At Dickie V on Twitter. What party did you go to last night?
Well, I was at a big party last night. I spoke at it for the Rock party, John Stote's party for Anaconda, the Rock basketball, and all the coaches were gathered, and it was a great moment. I really enjoyed speaking here, and we had a great time. I've been doing so much for Allstate, doing stuff for Lids, having a blast, man. Just having a blast. Stealing cash, Armen and Levack. I can't thank you two guys enough. It's been a blast being on with you. You're very well prepared. You're talented, and you do a superb job. And really, thank you so much for including me to be part of your whole program.
Well, thank you for being here, my man.
And Dickie V, as always, we always want to plug your book, 75 Years, Dickie V. It's awesome, baby. Now available at Dick Vitale online. And, of course, all of the proceeds going to the V Foundation, Dick.
Well, yeah, people can help me big time. I went to Riley Children's Hospital here in Indianapolis, guys, and it was unreal. If you go to ESPN, the front row, which they feature certain stories, they did a story, a picture, photo, essay of my visit there. Seeing beautiful little kids. A little girl, Sophie, I'll always remember, 8 years of age with inoperable brain cancer. A 20-month-old child with brain cancer. Seeing a young guy who was planning on going to the Final Four, but all of a sudden his cancer came back. It's so depressed. All these kids, and that's what I'm trying to do. Raise money to help kids battle cancer. Please help me. Go to DickVitaleOnline.com, get an autographed copy of my book, and every dollar, as Armen said, from my book that I would make goes toward my goal of $2 million for kids battling cancer.
Dick Vitale, it's been an honor and a privilege having you on through the tournament. We'd love to wrap up the game with you tomorrow at 5:15, and thanks so much for your time today. Enjoy the game tonight, Dickie V.
Well, I'm going to have a blast, man. And Tuesday, I'm going to go see the women's play, see Connecticut and Notre Dame battle. Chino R.M. is certainly getting into the mix as one of the great coaches today of any sport. What he's done there is going for his 3rd consecutive national title. One last thing, guys. Hey, if the people out there want to win a brand new Mercedes convertible, beautiful car, you don't have to be present. You just go right to DickVitaleOnline.com. And you can get for $100, you can get it online, a raffle ticket. There's only 1,500 we're going to sell. We only have a few remaining left. So I beg you, I plead with you, those dollars all go for kids battling cancer. That's DickVitaleOnline.com for a raffle ticket.
Honored to say Dick Vitale has become a buddy of ours over the last month, and love to have him on throughout the tournament. Dickie V, enjoy the game tonight, my friend.
I will, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Hey, Dick.